9:15, coming up on 9:16 on the morning show with Jeff and Will. We are back on this sunny Monday morning, and joining us, it's actually been a little while since we've last spoken with her, so we've got, I believe, 2 weeks worth of Rockland business news to catch up on. It's the editor-in-chief of the Rockland County Business Journal herself, Tina Traster. Good morning, Tina. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I did take a little escape last week. Went up to Montreal.
Ooh.
Which was, yes, it was beautiful and festive and cold, but wonderful, wonderful city. I couldn't help but be struck by the contrast of such a vibrant city, the restaurants bustling, the streets busy, the windows, so festive and inviting, but the homelessness. Just absolutely, shocking, rampant, and very upsetting.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And but not that different when I came back and started, scrolling through Facebook again, and I saw people posting something similar right here in Nyack. People sleeping on the street in this weather. It just breaks my heart. And just kind of a segue to talk about our lead story today, which is, this is according to a Patterns of Progress report. Rockland County has nearly 2,000 homeless students. That is the data that has come out of a new report that's called When Hotels Become Home. And it's a report that looks at the school year 2022 to 2023 statewide. And what it highlights is that Rockland County has 1,934 homeless students enrolled in public and private schools. Now, according to the report, this is a whopping nearly, it's 465% increase over 15 years. Now, the report also showed that of the 9 counties that are covered in this report, only Westchester had more homeless students with a little bit over 2147, followed by Orange County. Overall, the 9 counties tallied almost 7,200 homeless students, who, what this means is who are living in hotels, motels, parks, campgrounds, temporary trailers, and abandoned buildings. This is, I don't know. I don't know if it hits you guys the way it hits me, but when you think about children who are essentially transient, homeless, not in a stable environment. I mean, think about how this impacts their ability to maybe sleep, to feel secure, to get 3 square meals, to not worry about their parents. It's a horrible thing when children have to worry about their parents. So the report, again, When Hotels Become Home, examined the impacts, their families, the school district, one thing that it points out is that under the McKinney-Vento Act, children in temporary housing have the right to transportation at the school district's expense to their school of origin, so long as they're sheltered 50 or fewer miles from the school district. And that, too, is another layer of financial pressure on the district itself. For the most part, what we're talking about here is the East Ramapo School District. And, I'm sorry, I said private before, but this is public schools. This relates to public schools.
That's a lot of kids.
Now, that is a lot of children in one tiny county. We are the smallest county. That is a lot. So since 2000, this is the whole state. Since 2009, the number of homeless students in New York State rose from just over 86,000 to 155,000. And at the same time, interestingly enough, despite this rise in homelessness, the total public school population here in has dropped by 280,000 total students. So, but by this, in total, 3.2% of all students in New York fit the definition of homelessness.
Wow.
Or homeless. But that proportion has doubled to 6.4, up from the 3.2 15 years ago. So, we put up a chart that shows this, and just let me just tell you what the numbers are. So the East Ramapo district is 1739 out of the 2,000. Haverstraw, Stony Point 73, Nyack 30, Pearl River 27, Suffern 26, South Orangetown 16, Clarkstown 16, and Nanuet 7. Now, no child should have to deal with this. So, when we say 73 in Haverstraw, and that seems low only relative to East Ramapo, again, I just want to emphasize we're talking about 2,000 kids who are not living in a permanent situation. In the next chart that we put on the story, and you should all check it out because this is pretty interesting stuff, where you see the homelessness by grade. It really peaks for kids who are in the 9th and 10th grade. And think about that for a minute. That's the transitioning into high school. That's one of the hardest times for kids, for sure. They're going through, all kinds of changes and adolescence, and that's a hard time for kids. And that's where we see the most on the chart. So check that out. So, the pattern for progress points to not a big surprise, lack of affordable housing opportunities, increased evictions post-pandemic, rising rents, and the lack of new housing units. All of these contribute and exacerbate the problem. So I would say that check this out, and if you have some thoughts about that, we're encouraging letters to the editor. We've been publishing more lately, and we're looking for more voices and more opinions. So if you have something to say on that topic, please send us a letter. You can get on the site, and there's a place where it says letters or sign, where letters, and just go ahead and send us your thoughts.
Do you think, if I may, do you believe that, with such startling numbers as this coming out about a county, like you said, this is really big, especially for a county so small as Rockland. Do you think there will be any kind of enthusiasm on the local level to introduce programs to maybe quell this number by somehow? A local government can only do so much, of course, but still, this is quite a lot of homeless children that are dealing with this.
It is. It's shocking. Think about if you can try to get your head around what 2,000 of anything looks like. That is a lot of human bodies, right? Look, I think this points to I think the main takeaway here probably is for there's two realms here. One is the legal system, right, and then the other is local zoning and what kind of initiatives or how the incentives, how easy it is for developers to come into a town, a municipality, and develop affordable housing. I think we've been talking about that now for many, many months. We've been talking about how Haverstraw has been rejecting affordable housing down in the village of Haverstraw when they had two pending projects and one that has been usurped. That would have added, I think the total was about 500 affordable units right into the village of Haverstraw. Ramapo is offering PUDs. This is these planned urban development overlays, and the population is saying, no, we don't want that. Well, there's a consequence to this. The consequences is there are many consequences, but among them, it's the 2,000 young children from elementary all the way through high school don't have a home, don't go home at night. So, I think people don't put these thoughts together. They say, oh, where can I send a toy, or where can I send food? But what we really have to think about is these systemic changes to figure out a way to have the kind of affordable housing that's needed in a county like this. It's pretty devastating when I think that children who grow up in an unstable situation like this are more likely to falter, and that is a taxpayer burden as well. You have to be thinking about this holistically. It's not like let me send a toy or a blanket and that child will be okay. That child will not be okay. Bouncing around, living in a hotel, and just think about the shame that comes with that, and the anxiety that settles into a young child's bones at such an early age. That ends up becoming a mental health crisis, part of the mental health crisis. It's all very interconnected. The main takeaway, I think, though, for the towns is build affordable housing. It's like everybody talks about it and nobody does it, and we've been talking about this over and over again, and this is a story that has to do with that.
Well, I think I just found we may have discovered somewhere they can put that, the East Ramapo Central School District can put that mysterious $30 million they just stumbled into, maybe, perhaps. I don't know, somewhere. Now, obviously, first they got to focus on getting themselves out of financial straits, but still, there's something. Well, I guess since they take up a vast majority of the population of homeless students, which is unfortunate to see, but still, like I said, it's a problem that does need to be addressed, especially, like you said, for many reasons, but it does also affect their performance within the schools themselves, and affects their...
Absolutely. I mean, if you're a child and you're waking up in a hotel room, where's your kitchen? Where's your food? What kind of a night of sleep have you had? You're sharing maybe a bathroom with 6 family members. It's not it's not conducive to society as a whole. So these are not just stats. I know I threw a lot of numbers at you guys, but these aren't stats. These are 2,000 human beings who do not go home at night. So think about that phrase today, while you're, still processing, you're still digesting your turkey and, gearing up for Christmas. What we need really is a shift in mentality to be able to incorporate many levels of housing here in the county to balance out many of the other problems that are a byproduct of a lack of affordable and just housing in general. Mm-hmm. So that's my prescription for today. Take it or leave it. But this is a very sober story with very, very sobering statistics. And people are not statistics; they're people.
That's true. Every one of those numbers is not just a number. It's a child in need of some better living conditions. That is for certain. And we thank you, Tina, for bringing this to our attention, as we do with every story you come on to talk to us about and every story you publish in the Rockland County Business Journal. Folks, if you want more information that is certainly useful, such as this, make sure you visit the Rockland County Business Journal's website, RCBiz, that's B-I-Z, rcbizjournal.com, or you can follow them on Facebook, Twitter. There are numerous outlets as well on social media where they post about their articles. Tina, once again, thank you so much for joining us. Have yourself a great week. Thank you for all that you do, and we will talk to you next Monday.
Okay, have a great week, everybody.
You as